Yes. And cows are not citizens of Nigeria. Cows can come in from Niger. They can come in from Chad, anywhere. But cows are not citizens. Wrong. So, your point of order.
It is no new national anthem. It is an old one. National anthem in the olden days, old one. Nigeria, we held it. Are we hailing Nigeria for what?
I pledge to my Nigeria, my country, to the faithful. I am loyal for my country.
I want to thank you for bringing back our national anthem, the one that we grew up with. I'm talking about
national anthem is not going to change anything. It shows that our politicians do not prioritize the things that matter. They are majoring on the minor.
I don't know how this national anthem even affect the well-being of the common man in Nigeria.
Be faithful, royal and honest.
Jesus!
What did you say?
Royal and honest.
That's what they taught you.
To serve Nigeria.
The old national anthem is causing a lot of wahala in Nigeria. Why would Tinubu, after a year in office, decide to reintroduce the old national anthem as a new national anthem in order to prove points that is working? Now, they are taking it to the streets, asking a common Nigerian who they are trying to force to sing this national anthem. Thank God, look at what they are saying. They said they don't like the national anthem.
It is no new national anthem. It is an old one. See, the national anthem we are using before Arise or Compatriot was from C.O. C. Achebe, Chunuba Achebe. Then this one they are singing was our national anthem in the olden days, old one. Nigeria, we hailed it. Are we hailing Nigeria for what? Nigeria, we hailed you. Hailing Nigeria, say what happened now. Why go hail Nigeria? Say Nigeria favor me. Madam, let me tell you, I know hail Nigeria. Nigeria, we never hailed you. Hail you for what? Say, all Nigerians here are satisfied. Look at everybody. Frustrated. Nothing is going right here in Nigeria. You are hailing Nigeria. Okay, they hail Nigeria, say Nigeria are God.
I cannot sing that one. This new one. I cannot sing it because I don't think we want to sing it. Because the person that is bringing the national anthem, I don't think is okay.
This new national anthem that have been there more than 50 years, even the one that they just abolished, after I left school for almost like how many years? 30-something years, you see, that I know that one, but to some extent there are some lapses. The new one, my sister, may you see them now.
I can never sing it, and I'll never learn it. It's a very sad development, and today, to me, it's a very sad day for me. While others are going forward, Nigerians are going back to their colonial past.
I only know Nigeria we AD. I met it in school, but I was in primary one then. And when they changed it, you know, children, we don't know much about it, but we are constant with this Arise or Compatriot. And when they are not their professor, when they come, they say it's poorly written. That's why they want it. Is Nigeria not poorly governed?
You see this one there, I didn't even know, and I didn't even know about it safe. I'm just waiting to see the write-up, and I have not even seen. All I know is that before we sing Arise or Compatriot and O God of Creation, so I don't know the one that is the old one safe.
The Bible says where there's no vision, people perish. National anthem has nothing to do with what is going on in the country, where people are suffering, price of things are being high, and you forgot all those areas.
Nigeria, we hate you for what exactly? A lot of people are contemplating about the new national anthem now. Why will you bring it now? They said that this is the only way they can unite Nigeria together. I want you guys to watch this particular annoying video. We'll be right back.
But I wanted to also ask, I want to ask both of you actually, what do you think of this sudden decision to reintroduce the old national anthem? And this is my last question for both of you. What do you think about that? Let's start with you in Nebele.
Well, let me quickly say something about that. The argument people have against the old national anthem is the fact that it was handed down by the British. And that is not even true. The content of the old national anthem that has been reviewed and brought back appears to address our problem as a people a lot more. I do not see what exactly is structurally wrong in reintroducing the old national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee. a national anthem that speaks to our diversity and our problems at this point in time. I do not see anything. All those that are criticizing the national anthem, introducing the old national anthem, is just for want of criticism.
Wait, Biodun,
as usual.
You're not allowing me to ask you.
I really do not see anything.
Calm down. You're not allowing me to ask any questions. Before I go to the Nebe, what was wrong with the Arise, O Compatriots anthem that we had? What was wrong with the wordings? How come we've used it for 20 years or so, and then all of a sudden we now decide that's not good enough? We want to now go back to where we're coming from. What was wrong with the second anthem?
Are you done with the question?
Yes, I am. I'm asking you.
Good. And I want to ask you, I just said it in the last statement I made, that the new national anthem, so to speak, that is Nigerian We Hail Thee, appears to address the situation of Nigeria at this time better.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what the way I see it. Perhaps that's the way the president sees it too. And of course, he didn't just wake up one morning and say revert back to the old national anthem. It went through the processes of National Assembly and all of that, and you know, he got the bill accented at the end of the day.
Okay.
So I really do not see anything wrong with it.
Okay. Nebehen, do you have anything that you want to add to that? And then, in your closure,
quickly. Yes, quickly. He said Tinubu is fighting corruption. I don't want us to have a debate on that. But Tinubu never promised to fight corruption. He did not campaign on anti-corruption. So that is the point I want to make. Secondly, Femi Adesina once insinuated that maybe there is some witchcraft or voodoo in the villa that disturbs our leaders. I don't know whether that was true. But when you see some of the things that happen in this country, you begin to wonder what inspires our politicians to do the things they do. National anthem is not going to change anything. It shows that our politicians do not prioritize the things that matter. They are majoring on the minor. I have 2 problems with it. The first is that you do not change a major national symbol like the anthem that people have sung for decades without proper consultation. As if you are just decreeing it, passing a decree. No proper engagement with the Nigerian people, and you just sit in the Akpabio National Assembly, right, with the executive and bring it to law by force without proper engagement. That was wrong. Secondly, has that affected the inflation? Has it reduced the cost of fuel? Has it affected the price of cassava, gado, and abado in the market? Has it affected anything? Has this changed the security in the country? Changing the national anthem will not change anything. If this government is serious, it is the character of those in government that should change. It is the policies that will affect our life that should change. Changing national anthem will not make Nigerians patriotic. We are just deceiving ourselves. Whether it is Nigeria We Hail Thee, whether it is Arise, O Compatriots, sing it 100 times in the villa every morning, every afternoon. It will not make the president to do the right thing.
Thank you so much.
What Nigerians want is a government that is sensitive. It is a government that listens to the yearning of our people. Prioritize the things that are important. If you want to pursue structural reforms, begin by having conversation on whether we should have a unicameral or a bicameral legislature.
Thank you so much.
Whether we should have 45 or 44 ministers.
Thank you so much.
They are not addressing that.
Thank you so much,
They're
Mr. Nebehe.
Triviality.
Thank you. We are really pressed for time now.
When I watched this video, I was just on my own, just sitting down. Like, how can somebody just sat there and be talking anyhow, saying that, oh, we want to introduce this national item because this is the only way Nigeria can unite together. Even the one you just removed that have been there for 40-something years, some Nigerians don't even know how to recite and not to talk about their pledging themselves to it. You are saying like the national anthem is like a hoax. That's what's on your head right now. Let's say particularly this kind of guy now.
Arise to convention, Nigeria solo to say our falala, we come and spend by spend, lele, so and need destruction never we say.
Now imagine a guy like this. We never even learned the whole national anthem finish. Now I can't learn this new one. You guys are joking. As a father, imagine your children are hungry. There's no food. They have not paid their school fees. The landlord want to evict you people from the house. You know, a lot of things is just going bad within the family. Now, You are not trying to look for a solution on how to get food for them. You're not trying to look for a solution on how to pay their school fees or to look for a way to create jobs so that they will also be heading themselves. You said, okay, let's come and sing a new song, our whole song. Family, we stand, no matter hunger make by us, we will never run away from our fear. Now we hate thee. Let's say, after the singer finished, the hunger disappeared. That is what this man is trying to ask now. After you sing all of these songs, say this, because the other guy is trying to tell you, oh, it came at the right time that we need to. We are not talking about, will that affect or make impact in the economy? No, sir. Tinubu complete 1 year in the office. Just according to Arise TV News analysis, 1 year in office with zero achievements. I want you guys to watch this particular video. We'll be right back.
Compare what happened before President assumed office. Petrol price then was 238 naira per liter. Now it's 701 naira per liter. Diesel then was 844 naira per liter. Now it's 1,415 naira per liter. And that is a 67.6% increase. While food inflation rate then was 24.82%. Now is at 40.54%. That is a 37.52% increase. Inflation rates then was 22.41%. Now is at 33.69%. And that is a 31.15% increase. In foreign reserves, then it was $35 billion. Then, now it's at $32 billion. Exchange rate then was at $1 to 461 naira. Now it's at $1 to 1,479. What's that exchange rate? And that is a 220% increase. I mean,
sad reality.
Very sad reality. Let me just take the final one, which is the public debt. Then it was 87.38 trillion. Now it's at 97.34 trillion. And that is 11.4% increase. And then oil production. Then it was 1.18 per barrel. And now it is 1.28 million per barrel. And that is an 8.47% increase. I mean, Dr. Abati, we can go on and on with all of this. Finally, there's also the interest rate, which was then at 18%. Now it's at 26.25%. GDP growth then was 2.51%. Now is at 2.98%.
Most of them are not saying this, but do you know Tinubu is still giving himself the credit that he has saved Nigeria from disaster? That Buhari is far worse than him, that he just came and a little thing just do. Now they are comparing, according to the analysis you just watched, they are comparing Buhari with Tinubu now, not with Guloko. Buhari did 500% better than Tinubu. Buhari, we all were crying that name will be written in a black book. Now Buhari happened to be far better than Tinubu. And Tinubu is just still there present himself. Anyway, I want you guys to watch this particular video. We'll be right back.
Personally, I should have been happy with the restoration of the old national anthem because I can sing it better than I can sing this new one. I was almost out of school when they brought a new anthem. So even now, I can do all 3 stanzas of the old anthem, but I can only fitfully do 1 stanza of the new one. So ordinarily. But honestly, what happened in the last 1 week or so was a scandal almost, because everybody was surprised. Out of the blues, a bill was introduced into the National Assembly to bring back the old national anthem. There was a rush. Both chambers passed it, and the president also fairly hurriedly signed it into law. I mean, everybody is asking, given the serious problems we have in Nigeria, we didn't hear anybody in Nigeria complaining about the national anthem or linking it to all the big economic and social and political and infrastructural and security problems that we have. And nobody also explained how the coming back of the old, as you said, old new national anthem will help to solve any of these two major problems, and why the National Assembly was in such a hurry that it didn't hold public hearing. I thought usually before you pass a law, you should hold public hearing, call people, let's hear in what way is the old anthem better than the new one. Already, as people have pointed out, it even has many anachronistic words like natives and tribes that we wanted to stop using in this country in the last 30 to 40 years. Why do you want us to start talking about tribes again when we had refined it and are now saying ethnic groups and also natives? I mean, we used to have native authorities. We thought that was not good, you know, it was colonial. We changed it to local governments and things like that. So honestly, I mean, it was a scandal almost, the way we had this new national anthem. Anyway, it's a problem for the new generation because now they will have to start learning the old anthem all over again. As for me, I have no problem. I can do it even now if you want.
Well, to answer your question on the national anthem, actually, the National Assembly itself, by, you know, debating that and passing that bill, you know, shows a lot of disconnect between the National Assembly and Nigerians and what Nigerians are going through. You know, there's a total disconnect. There's a serious, one of the members, Honorable Jaha from Goza, made an excellent analysis. And he asked the members, how many of you are patriotic? How many of you are sincere? How many of you are honest in what you are doing? And the answer is just, you know, we should know that. This is not the priority of what Nigerians want. We are not interested in that. What we are interested in is the crisis of the economy, the crisis of insecurity. And let me commend like 3 of the members from the House of Reps also. One from Kebbi State, one from, I think, Katsina State, and another one from Kwara State, that, you know, that actually rejected the 160 million naira SUVs that they bought. I really commend those young men, and I really hope that those are the kind of leaders, future Nigerians leaders that we are looking for. Why will you go and spend 160 million naira on one SUV? If you are patriotic enough, you should actually buy made in Nigeria vehicles, like Innocent Motors, and there's a lot of them who are supposed to be, you know, helping the economy out. I'm actually calling on the president to direct all ministries and parastatals of government to be purchasing only made in Nigeria vehicles, because you know the kind of crisis we are in economically in this country. Look at the, you know, the value of the dollar, the exchange rate. Look at the crisis we are in right now. You know, the president is doing his best to solve it, but, you know, let me be honest here and straightforward, that all of us must go back to the farm and start producing what we can eat, what we can export. You can't sit in Abuja and expect that the dollar will just bounce back. No, it's not going to happen. Because what are we producing? What are we exporting? That is the...
Now, you guys have watched the video. What do you think about the whole national anthem? What do you think about the present national anthem? You know, they ask the other APC guy, please, sir, what is the difference between the old and the new national anthem? And what do you think that makes the old national anthem not worthy, that this one is far worthy? He could not answer. Simple question they were just asking him, he could not answer. That is why when they were singing the national anthem, Asha Yusuf did not stand up, because I don't think we should be hailing each other right now. There's a lot on our table that we need to face, we need to talk about. It takes them 2 weeks to implement and force this national anthem on Nigerians. 2 weeks. to pass through the Senate, House of Assembly, to pass through the chambers, to pass through the president, they sign it. Boom, 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 boom. Now they have been contemplating for a minimum wage to be from 60 to 100,000. They don't want to grow. They say minimum wage of salary should be 40,000. They'll pass first bill. They are waiting for the second bill not to be passed. This thing have been going on since last year. They don't pass them more. Anything that have to be beneficiary to the common Nigerian is like a disaster to them. But when it comes to things that will favor them, I don't even know how this national anthem favor them. But personally, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out on my head.
Yeah, I don't know how this national anthem even affect the well-being of the common man in Nigeria. Let's be realistic. How this one will support the government to stop either hunger, banditry, or improve insecurity. To us, let's do what is beneficial to the common man, and this honorable chamber is the only, for now, standing on a formidable force, a point for the common man of Nigeria. So Nigerians are looking up to us. I concur with the minority leader. Let's look up something that will bring a development in the eyes of the international community to Nigeria. People are discussing nanotechnology, Internet of Things. We are still discussing national anthem. There was a saying that says countries that relies on prayers and other things will always depend on the countries that do think. Please, let's think something that will bring progress, prosperity, stability to the economy of this nation and to improve the lives of common man in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay, let's hear from Honorable Jack.
Anyway, this is where we're going to be ending the video today. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. What do you guys think about this national anthem? Has it helped you in any way? And what will you guys do if this national anthem is being forced on you right now? Because you don't get shows, you need to be residing in this national anthem. Imagine say you want to go withdraw your money for ATM. Now they'll tell you, say, once you put on, you have to reside in national anthem before you can withdraw money. Ha! It was sweet. I love you guys. Remember, God love you. If you love us, the only way you can show your love to us is to like this video, comment your thoughts about this video, and above it all, subscribe. Please, I beg, subscribe. All right, until we meet again.
Arise to convention, Nigeria solo to say our falala, we come and spend by spend. Lele, so and need to spot never we say to say if our life champion we go and be sure we shall unite. The pledge. I pledge to my Nigerian, my country, to the faithful. I am a lawyer for my country. I pledge my to my Nigeria, my country, to the faithful, lawyer my country. I respect and unity. I close something. Amen. Say amen.
Nigeria kolope kusa sawaka sana Nigeria kolope kusa pisa arabai nang ito ke kunci ta ke Aye tapa tawayu tapa yuta yunuti
Arai tungko pansa Nigeria kolobi Lusa ampalaja Lula anze Dale wawap Awayirata Pale padi imbe Lusa amma Wani shata ampre jo Nigeria kolobi ampre Nigeria mi country
Arise, O God, bright strong, Nigeria's gonna be to serve our nation.
I feel sweat any juju. You the high smoke go.
Help the man, I don't smoke Igbo, forget and finish.
Oh.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, royal and honest.
What did you say?
Royal and honest.
That's what they taught you.
To serve Nigeria with all my heart.
Jesus is Lord.
To defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory, so help me God.
Hey, now you talk like human beings.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, royal, peace, and honest. Thank you, Lord.
Thunder fire you there.
I want to thank you for bringing back our national anthem, the one that we grew up with. I'm talking about those of us who are above 50. And for the young ones, I'm sure by the time you sit down, read it line by line, word by word, you will see why it is very, very important for Nigeria to revisit its former national anthem. Because it inspires hope. It inspires hope.
We are all in prison because we are afraid of dying. We become slaves in our country because we are afraid of dying. We accept obnoxious laws because we are afraid of dying. Yesterday I was at an event where they were singing that nonsense day, Hail Thee. And I said I'm not going to stand for no party or no white or no crazy national anthem. And people are calling for my arrest, and I hear them. This country belongs to every one of us. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. We all are citizens. We are citizens. We are not slaves. And the fact that they know that we will accept whatever it is they dish out to us is the reason why they dish out nonsense. Tinubu dared to put his hands in his pocket when they were singing the national anthem, when he was running and saying to Nigerians he wanted to be president. He wasn't voted for. He rigged his way into office and he dared to say the national anthem that we have been using for over 46 years. A national anthem that was done, that was composed by a Nigerian, and he brings in the national anthem composed by a foreigner. How dare you? You are asking for my arrest? If there's anyone that needed to be arrested, it is Tinubu. During their campaign, when they were singing the national anthem, the Arise or campaign church that we know, he stood with a walking stick or whatever it was he was holding and held it over his head, and he wasn't arrested. And some people are sitting down and they're daring to call for my arrest, and they wait for them. We died here. I said we wait for them. We died here. There is no retreat. There is no surrender. This country is our own. It's as simple as that. I've been given 2 minutes. I will not go beyond 2 minutes. So at this moment,
cows are not citizens of Nigeria. So,
Mr. President, cows are not citizens of Nigeria, but
you didn't hear what I said. Senator Aderu, are you arguing with me?
No,
I said cows are not citizens. The section you are referring to is talking about citizens of Nigeria.
Yes.
And cows are not citizens of Nigeria.
Cows
can come in from Niger. They can come in from Chad, anywhere. But cows are not citizens. So, your point of order is noted, but rejected. You want to make contribution on the debate? Go